Hey, I'm Mindy Kniss. This is The Daily Rage. Mariano wrote in with a question on the ATR. So let's talk about this thing. It can get a little confusing when you're talking about different time frames. So I'm going to break it down for you, keep it super simple, and tell you how I use it. So what we're looking at here is the Dow futures contract. I have the ATR, or the average true range, down here on the bottom. And what this is telling us is that it's always going to look 14 candles back. Now, because we are on a daily chart here, we're talking about 14 days. But if we were to switch time frames, it's still 14 candles. So in this case, we're talking days. And what this means is 499.36, basically 500. What it's telling us is on average, over the last 14 days, it moves about 500 points per day. Now, just for example's sake, let's change the time frame so you can see what this does. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. Well, now it's saying the ATR is 32.71. And it's like, wait, what? I thought it was like 500. 500 is based on the daily chart. What this is now telling you, because you're on a 5-minute time frame, is that for 14 candles back, it's always going to be 14. That is the default. Of course, you can change your own indicator if you like, but default is 14. So it's looking at the last 14 candles and saying, what is the average movement of those candles? So in this case, because each candle is only 5 minutes, it's moving about 33 points each 5 minutes. So to keep it super simple, only use it on a daily chart unless you have a very specific reason to do otherwise. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. So sometimes I will put an ATR on my 2-minute chart. That's because I use a 2-minute chart as my anchor chart. And sometimes it's very helpful to know how much does this thing move on average in 2 minutes. So that's what I'm always looking at. So regardless of what time frame you're on, it's going to look at the last 14 candles and give you the average here for how much that moves. So again, most of the time when people are talking about the ATR, they're only talking about it in terms of the daily, and you can get that by having it on a daily chart. Let's take a couple other examples just so you can see what the difference is. This is the NASDAQ futures, and you can see in this case, it moves about 256 points, again, per day, because now we're on a daily chart. If you want to see one that moves kind of slow, we'll look at the Russell, the RTY. This one only moves 36, maybe about 37 points per day. So you can get an ATR on anything. The indexes, you can use it on stocks, you can use it on commodities, whatever you want. You can always figure out how much on average does that thing move on a given day. A quick reminder for you all, Apex Trader Funding has a sale going on right now. And if you, like me, busted one of your accounts earlier today because you were trying to trade the chop, it happens to the best of us, you can just grab another one. It's 80% off and 80% off recurring. So month to month, you'll always keep that 80%. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best kind of sale to jump into. Even when they had 90% about a month or so ago, after that, it reverted to 50%. So who wants that? What you want is the one that's going to stay at 80% off. So if you're interested in this, just know that the sale ends on the 23rd. You have a couple days to figure it out or to learn more. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments down below. I'm Mindy Kniss. Thanks so much for watching.